Morning everybody, Mike Niemiec here with some early morning grain and oilseed comments for Thursday, August 21st. Overnight trade, we got the wheat market up around 1 to 2 cents, the corn market unchanged, maybe up fractionally. Got the bean and the meal spreads still kind of doing what they want to go and do as far as tightness goes for the old crop, but the new crop kind of unchanged on the day, and the soybean oil market up around 5 points. So once again, we got a dichotomy going on right here. We got the old crop beans and the meal doing their tangent for the fact that we are running out of beans and meal, and we are not out there solving the problem as of to yet. And the USDA tried to tell us that we had the residual, but that wasn't the case. And we're going to go and find out how much more bean and meal sales we have here this morning when the weekly sales come on out here in a little bit. We're also going to have some Canadian numbers coming out also, so that'll be a little bit of market moving type of factor, because we're sitting kind of on our contract lows or near our lows of the whole move. We continue to find out that the crop tour that's going on with the Pro Farmer continues to find good yields and or pod counts both in Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, going east to west. And we also find out that they're also finding out the good pod counts and or yields going west to east, that being going from Illinois to Nebraska. The other fact is the fact that we got our crop ratings that come on out. Those factors are doing very well. The weather, we got rains moving through the whole Midwest. Supply and demand tables remain, non-bullish. So anyway, we're out there continuing to go and find out if we're able to go and push the grain markets and or the soybean markets down to where we were back in the 2008 levels, back at the $18 level when you add up the wheat, corn, and soybeans, that being the Dece contracts and or the November contracts. And we're still sitting around in the neighborhood of around 1950. To go and say that we're oversold as of yet, yes, no, we are not. And or to go and say we got the corn bean ratio to the level that we're at right now, I would have to say also we're still kind of hitting around the 2.8, 2.9 level. We're trying to get it down to the 2.5 level. We're not there as well as also. But we still have an old crop story going on with the beans and the meal. There's nothing really new as far as the basis levels and or the registrations overnight. We still have no beans or meal registered now after them being canceled. We still have the cash market still kind of sitting kind of perky for the beans and the meal. No big changes as far as I know. We'll see what happens with the sales numbers coming on out at 7:30. And then going fast forward, we'll have the commitment trades report coming on out tomorrow, and we'll also find out that, once again, we're still sitting with not a big net short position in the grains and or the oil seeds. The grains, once again, that being the corn, not the wheat. We still have a sizable net short position there, but once again, those folks are also still struggling with contract lows also. The other thing that you got to keep in mind is that the world prices of wheat and corn are still at very cheap levels, and they're not bouncing. So for them to go and appreciate and us to appreciate, it's not going to happen until they go and happen and to try and get some interest back in our marketplace. So we're still on the defensive. It's a non-bullish market. We got weekly sales. We got Canadian production numbers coming on out, and we also have commitment trades report that still shows that the trade's still not that negative short the marketplace. If anything, I still think that the index trade still has a sizable net long position, and if these folks ever decide to go and exit the marketplace, well, we'll go and see where the prices will eventually wind up, hopefully back to that $18 level with wheat, corn, beans, all added on up together where we all started back in 2008. Once again, these are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS. Thank you.